Hey YouTube.
Hey YouTube.
I'm gonna preface this with one thing. This is all that's left of the whiskey from this trip.
Chug, 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 chug.
Double chunk chocolate cookie.
Double chunk chocolate cookie. Look at that. That was probably like a double shot.
Alcoholic or who wants some alkies?
It was like a double needs is what they call it.
It was like a double and a half, yeah.
Double and a half need.
Yeah.
You see, I had to be a little white bitch and try to have fruity drinks like Merino. Even then, some of them I can't stand really well. Hey YouTube, Merino here.
Wait a second.
Wait a minute.
Hey YouTube. Oh. Hey YouTube. What's going on? I need my confidence booster. Another year, Rich Palooza, like number, I don't know, like 14, 13, I don't know. I lost count track after 8. So I got too much shit again. I got like 2 backpacks full of extra stuff on the side that wouldn't fit in there.
Yep.
So that's gonna be fun packing again. So I picked up the pass here. They never showed this off because they never got one. And so the Houston, Rich Palooza Dallas 11 XI. GI Ho, you know. We went to see Judas Priest and Sabbath on that the evening of the first night. Murray already showed off the stuff for his. I just got the same shirt as his. I was thinking about other ones, but this one has more of its tour dates on the back, so I was like fine with that. I also got the Sabadon one here too, so that's neat and good. Alright, so now I'm just gonna grab a smorgasbord of things. I got these little gotcha thingies in the mall. These are the only things I picked up at the mall. So yeah, here we got a little stand with the little centipede pod thingy. Little green peas, if you will. I've had peas before, which is a lie. I've never had peas before in my life. Anyways, here's...
Is it magnetic?
Oh, this just has a little flat bottom. And they just like fit there just fine.
What about this one?
This one is Frieza's pod. It's supposed to have like a little, it comes with like a little white, like little tiny like base thing. It was over there once. It got knocked over and it's been lost ever since. I don't know where it's at. I'm pretty sure I got thrown away. It did come with one of these for each thing. Drawing like, hey, you can get these other ones, like 5 other ones. So this one's for the Frieza one. I don't know where the Senzu one pamphlet went. Maybe it got thrown away. Maybe it got lost. I don't know.
Fun fact, it's actually redundant with they called sensu beans, because sensu is bean in Japanese, so they're called bean beans.
Shut your mouth, Ben. I keep buying these things from this vendor here, the Pixelized Princess. If you've seen like previous hauls, mainly me because, well, Jordan did show off the Metroid stuff he got there, but I'm usually the one that gets a lot of stuff for them. Mm-hmm. So we're gonna go in whatever order. So here we have a Sub-Zero who's like surprisingly for some reason very thin. I don't know, it just seems strange to me how thin he is. These are not all gonna fit on the table, I'm gonna tell you that right now.
I'm gonna couch behind you.
Yeah.
Here, I'll help you.
And here we have X. You know, it's Mega Man X, but they just call him X as the name and whatnot. Look, he has his own little health bar and whatnot. I have 0. I don't think I have X. I hope I don't have X. Because I know for a fact I have 0 because I see it every day I wake up in my window in my bedroom. It was a newer one that they had there this year. I think they had some Sonic stuff earlier, but they never had Shadow there. So I'm like, I'm edgy, edgelord. Let's get Shadow in there. Also, unique little ring box thing. The rest of them here, just have the regular black, like, you know, kind of like these thingies. I got Legendary Super Saiyan Broly and Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, Teen Gohan specifically. And now the rest of these are all from the Marvel vs. Capcom series. So we'll get the weird oddball one out. We got Akuma. I believe it was technically his first introduced as a special character from X-Men Children of the Atom, but actually playable and technically his first playable in Coda is the code name for it. Speaking of Coda, here's Wolverine of the X-Men. I would say he's probably like the most popular character from the X-Men. Even back then, even to now, if you like him, he was like pretty much the face of the Marvel side. Next up, another X-Men, Gambit, another personal favorite. Very cool, very great. I love Gambit and his little kinetic cards. X-Men versus Street Fighter. Remember him? He was first introduced to there. Surprisingly, from X-Men Children of the Atom, we got Psylocke here. It's a very cool character. I wish they'd bring more stuff with X-Men, but they have X-Men 97, which I still need to watch. I'm very lazy and very bad at watching new things, but yes, we have good Psylocke. And then we have Gambit's little side piece. We got Rogue. She's way better than Captain Marvel. I don't care. She's just cooler and way better. Has better personality and better looking. And just hotter in general. She was first introduced in X-Men vs. Street Fighter. And then technically not from the Marvel vs. Capcom series of like the 2D sprite ones, because the collection only went up to like MVC 2 because this is Deadpool. Technically is like affiliated with the X-Men, but not really. He was first introduced in Marvel vs. Capcom 3, The Fate of the Two Worlds. But they figured, we'll just get him there because he's a popular character. If they're doing that, and then I told them, like, well, you're probably gonna have to put like Dante and Virgil and some of the other characters for that and whatnot. There are more characters I do want from the Marvel vs. Capcom series. Like I know there's a Strider, there's the Doctor Doom, there's the Magneto, there's Apocalypse. There's a lot of people that I could have got, but I'm like, I need to like stop because I already have so much behind me here, and there's already so much I got back at home. Well, technically, I probably should have started this because it's technically cheating, but also not cheating at the same time. Like a week before I came, well, not a week, but it was like 5 days before I came down here. I went to like Orlando for something. That's where I bought this Jet Grind radio. I don't know. It's called Jet Grind radio here. It's called Jet Set radio elsewhere. Even though it's called Jet Set radio in the actual game, why they call it Grind, I don't know. I'm not an expert. But I was in Orlando because the Saturday before, whichever had the date, which is whatever. For here, I went to the Sonic Symphony. I didn't buy a shirt. Well, it's at my house now because I had to buy online because I ran out because I got there a little late. But I got this little light stick. And you got like little different colors you can do with that here. And then you can like hit like a button here. It'll just like automatically go through the different colors and whatnot. So it's a good thing. It's cool and neat thing to have. I forgot I had this. I thought I left this at his house because I was gonna have like G like sign here with it, and then have Amcor like sign that. And then we found it out like probably like 2 hours before I even started filming this. Like, oh, it was in this backpack the entire time. I just didn't open the other pouch.
Yep.
Yeah, it's got this all weird Taco Bell toy. Mario 64, the Nintendo 64 thing. It's kind of like a little ball maze. Where the fuck's the ball at? It's like kind of like this. You kind of like tilt it back and forth. It's supposed to go down here and it'll pop up at the top there. But yeah, you can definitely see like different, characters and models. So, like there's Boo. Mario with the wing cap, the bomb, all that good stuff. It's like a little weird pyramid thing. It's like $5. Yeah, sure. It's quirky and weird enough. And at the same booth table, I found this Super Mario Galaxy official soundtrack. It comes with about 28 different tracks on this one CD here. Here's open that up and look at this here. Yoink. Very clean disc too, which I'm very appreciative of. When I was buying this, I didn't remember exactly where this is from. The guy I bought it from was like, oh, that was a pre-order thing for the Mario anniversary. I'm like, no, it wasn't. It came with its own separate soundtrack. But I didn't tell him that. I was like, maybe. But I know the Mario 30th anniversary or 25th, whatever it was for Wii, came with its own like original soundtrack for like the different games and whatnot. And I know a pre-order for this would have came with like a coin from, I think it was at Best Buy or GameStop. And then until I wasn't doing research later, until it was like Club Nintendo, I was like, oh yeah, Club Nintendo gave you weird stuff if you pre-ordered, if you got like paid with coins. So it was a Club Nintendo thing. So I guess I'm following Jordan's route and just buying like weird Spyro stuff for like convention trips. I got a rubber ducky. Oh, and there he is. I wonder if I can like open this. I don't want to like damage it too much. Yeah, look there.
Rubber ducky Spyro, you're looking pretty, kid.
Yeah, there he is. Just like a little weird fella there. It also comes with other characters, there's Ripto, Allura, and Moneybags. Why you'd want Moneybags, I would be on me. But I paid $60 for this. Yeah, but it was from G's Table and Ronchan. These are pretty pricey when they start going out of being produced, they start going up in price. So 60 was like not that bad of a price, especially when they're telling me I could go out for more and more and more. Speaking of weird Spyro things, I found this at Rich's Table like the first day. Well, technically, I saw it on the day 0 when we were walking and looking around because, we're allowed to do that apparently now. Only us. If you do it, you go to hell. That's our deals. I saw it there. I was like, yeah, if I see it there later, sure. So it was like a little Spyro plush. Came out during 2012 Activision. So it was during around the Skylanders phase, which is weird because this is like he looks very different from the actual final spot in the Skylanders game. So it's like kind of weird transition from like the Legend of Spyro to Skylanders. He does turn on. You just like open that up, turn it on, and whatnot, and he doesn't make noise. I believe it's like something like that. He's a little quirky fella. I recently did a Year of the Dragon, going through all the Spyro games that I get my hands on physically. And I guess since we're on the topic of Spyro, let me go find something else out of here. So I ended up, so I'd already own these games already, but I'm just being like, again, I want to be like Jordan, getting like label variant stuff. So here's like Spyro the Dragon, the greatest hits version. So I do have the black label and the like white collector's edition thing. I have the greatest hits version. So it's like, you know what? Sure, I'll get that. Same with Spyro 2, Ripto's Rage. I got the black version, black label, got the collector's edition one, got the greatest hits version. Got all that. Cool enough. And I also saw this other one here that's Ripto's Rage 2 black label, but if you compare it to this one here, this one's more gold, this one's more orange. I didn't know if I have the gold one or the regular orange one, so I have to go back home and look at it. If I have extra one of these, oh well. I'll just have to make a note of it that I need the regular fire orange one, where you can see Ripto's looking ass right through there. This, as you can tell, look different from the greatest hits version compared to this one, because the greatest hits version is supposed to be like a more discounted one because hey, it sold very well, so we can sell it for a discount. And then the last but not least, Spyro Year of the Dragon. The exact opposite of these. I have the greatest hits version and the collection edition. I don't have the black label variant. So it's like, okay, cool. I like how they're promoting Crash Bandicoot for different one of these, because fun fact, there's an actual code that you can put into the main menu for this stuff. So the first game you can do Crash 3 Warped. You can play a level of that. No. And then you can play like a track of CTR, Crashing Racing, and Spyro 2, Ripto's Rage. And then Spyro Year of the Dragon, you play a little bit of Crash Bash. But all of the like a different code. I don't know if it's like the same code for every single game off the top of my head. But you enter a code, it loads, and it's like, oh, you can play a demo of the Crash stuff. And it's like, well, that's neat. Because since we're sticking with PlayStation, I'd Mega Man X6 here. Very clean copy. I got it at the same table that Marino got his Puppeteer.
Yes.
And whatever other game it was off the top of my head. Glover, yes. Open up. So there's Mega Man X6. I do have this loose. It comes with like, it was part of a bundle I bought like years ago with like a bunch of other PlayStation 1 games, some PS2 games. It was like all in like a little clear like donut tray for CDs.
Yeah.
So I don't have the stuff like cases for this. So I was like, for this, sure, why not? That way, if I ever do Frankenstein together, I can either sell it or have someone buy it from me. Here's another PlayStation 1 game, Jewel Case. RPG, we got Wild Arms 2. So I know I have Wild Arms 1, 3, and 4. I don't have 2 though. So I figured $40, that's a decent price. Especially when I kept seeing it for like other tables, like $45, going up a little bit more with that. Comes with all the discs and whatnot, because you know that's how you know you're having a good RPG game if it has more than one disc. And now the most expensive like PlayStation game that I bought, since we're kind of like backpedaling now to our little friends here of Marvel vs. Capcom, I got the first Marvel vs. Capcom Clash of Superheroes for the PlayStation 1. Now the collection did come out, the NBC Arcade Collection, which I highly recommend everybody buying. $50 for 6 arcade classic titles, all the way from Children of the Atom, X-Men vs. Street Fighter, Children of the Atom, Marvel Superheroes, almost forgot about that. Marvel Street Fighter vs. X-Men vs. Street Fighter, Marvel Superheroes vs. Street Fighter, Marvel vs. Capcom 1, Marvel vs. Capcom 2, and The Punisher. All for a good price of $50. Highly recommend it. What's interesting about this one here is this one, obviously they couldn't like do a direct like arcade port thing here, so instead of doing like a 2v2 game, it's a 1v1 sort of, but they changed like the way the game plays and how it handles things and whatnot, so you can do like DHCs and all this other extra stuff, so you can pretty much do like supers after super after super, while in the arcade you can't really do that. So to substitute that, they're like, oh, you can do 1v1, but you can do all this crazy shit that would eventually go into Marvel vs. Capcom 2. Anyways, that was it for PlayStation.
Would you like me to clean that up for you?
Probably, because there's no way I'd be able to fit like all this stuff here. It just sucks. Like I love PlayStation. The jewel cases are like one of the most prettiest things ever, but they're so brittle and they're so easy to break. And if they break, it's pretty much impossible to find like a replacement for them, because you have to actually find the replacement case for it. Because boy, oh boy, that's a pain in the ass. I picked up the Dreamcast version of the Japanese Marvel vs. Capcom 2, which is the Dreamcast. I'll give them this. The console didn't do very well. However, this is probably like the best way to play like actual arcade games back in the day. So this is probably like the most definitive way if you want to play Marvel vs. Capcom 2 at home. The PlayStation 2 version doesn't run very good. I don't know how the Xbox version is, but all of them are pretty much go for over $100, which I'm assuming it was a lot worse before the collection was released and whatnot, which is very good that the collection released because now these prices can hopefully go down. People can experience them more. See, like, oh, people like Marvel vs. Capcom again? Okay, we might make a 4th game or do something with it. All right, next up, I believe we're at Tyler's My Virtual Life's table. So I picked up Elite Beat Agents, complete box and everything. Pretty sure I got this for like 15 or 20. Pretty sure it was like 15 bucks. And the only reason I know about this is because the little guess that game little thing that I've been doing for like the past got even slightly before the Houston trip earlier the year, so it's been like at least like 8 months. This game came up and I was like, what the hell is this game? And apparently it's like some sort of rhythm-based game they had to keep the beat to. So it's basically like, oh great, I get to suffer like I did Rhythm Heaven again. I don't know where I got this from. I believe I got it from this like some of those PlayStation games I brought from, like it was the table at the way end with some vendors who were pretty stern with the prices. But I got Dragon Ball Z Extreme Boated in from the Nintendo 3DS. That was like $35. I'm sure they worked with me, got a couple bucks off, but it wasn't too much of a discount. But either way, that doesn't really matter at the end of the day. I got this game here, which is good. I do have Fusions, which is more expensive, so thankfully I already own that. I don't have to worry about that. Another weird thing I bought, because same table that Mario bought some of his imports from, I actually got an import of mine, and that is Luigi's Mansion for the Nintendo GameCube. Look at that. Nice slim. It's not too big like other GameCube from North America's. Nice, slim, and condensed. I do like this is like more green, because like this is like more black in our North American one. This is like more bright neon green. Good launch title. Very fun with the game. $15 is like definitely a good price for me to willing to pay for that. Especially I played the game so many times I don't have to know what's going on story wise. Another import I bought, Game Boy Color, is Mario Tennis. Complete, 15 bucks there.
That looks really nice. That looks beautiful.
The only thing weird about this is like Mario's head's kind of seems off to me.
Yeah, it does.
Just a little bit, just personally a little bit weird for me here. But yeah, comes with the manual and everything there. Nice, clean. Everything's good. You know, Waluigi did make his first appearance in Mario Tennis, so I guess you could say this is like his first handheld outing as well. So good Mario stuff. I feel like I at least buy one Mario related item every trip. Speaking of Mario, here got the Super Mario Bros. Super Show. The best version of this to get, the complete series. It has all 24 original episodes. But the thing about this, compared to other box sets, Blu-ray sets, whatever you want to call it, is that this one actually has all the live action in between for like Captain Lou Albano and I always forget his name and I feel bad for it. Danny Wells. Danny Wells is Luigi, Captain Lou's Mario. So they have like all the live action with like people coming in with like Sergeant Slaughter, Roddy Piper, NBA star Magic Johnson, and Cyndi Lauper, and various other people.
That's Mama Luigi to you, Mario.
Because normally when you buy this, they only just have like the cartoons and that's it. They don't have like all the live action things that actually makes the show complete and feels like flows good. So I was like, for this, for like 25, I got a deal from Rich because don't worry about how much. I feel like it's very worth it. It's a good way to preserve and watch the show because that's all about is preservation is important. Otherwise, if stuff like this didn't exist, those all live action stuff would be like either 240p and pretty much be lost quality. Speaking of, I got this Wii U game. It's one of the Fatal Frame games. I don't know exactly which one it is because I can't fucking read Japanese. But this is a Fatal Frame game. I do know that much for sure because got the little creepy camera on the back.
Like Maiden or something.
Like Maiden of like the Mist or something. I don't know. Fatal Frames is like always interesting. Trying to explain to somebody is like it would be a hard sell. It's like you play as like this Japanese girl and you take pictures of Ghost. But it's a rather interesting series. Always wanted to actually play them. I guess we're going more imports. Mega Man. I guess Rockman X3. It's Mega Man X3, Super Nintendo. I bought this, I believe the North American version in Houston this year. That sounds about right.
Yep.
It was probably my most expensive pickup I got in Houston earlier. So seeing this for 40 complete in box, it's like a fraction of the price I paid for just the cartridge. But you know what? I like Mega Man games. More Mega Man. We got Mega Man X Command Mission, which is like the final Mega Man, technically Mega Man X game I needed to buy because I already had 1 through 8 physically, and I guess also kind of half physically, half digitally with the collection as well. But I do own them on their original like platforms. And now I got this one, which is like a kind of like a weird RPG sort of game. There's a free train card in it, so that was neat. But it's pretty cool.
That's really cool.
A little bit pricey, but I'm very excited to try this out. I believe this takes place after X8, because there's Axel in the front, and he was first introduced in X7, which that's going to be a disaster to go through. Another Mega Man game. It's like, oh yeah, technically, speaking of another X, we got Mega Man Maverick Hunter X. It's basically a remake of the first X game for PSP.
Oh,
That's essentially what it is.
that's cool. I
Yeah,
didn't know that.
I already have Mega Man powered up. I believe I got that second Houston trip, season 3. It's where I bought the PSP bundle. I know I got Mega Man powered up with the PSP, and I believe SmackDown vs. Raw 2006. So I got quite a bit of Mega Man during that, and same thing here. I got a bit of Mega Man here as well. Good and good. It's a good way to. It's a good way to. Good and good. 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 It's a good way to experience it. At least before the collection came out with the X stuff and whatnot. So I feel like the Mega Man X collection is probably the best way to experience X, but that's also a very good way to do it as well from back in the day. Now, let's go back to imports because I keep jumping all over the place. I got these 2 Goemon games for Nintendo 64. This one here, look on the back of it, it looks like a weird party game. I don't know exactly what this one is called. Nah, it just looked cool. I just like the Japanese box art and everything and whatnot. Yeah, because I see them like walking. I see like weird card stuff on the back. I'm like, what the fuck is this? Like some more Mario Party thing over it? Or some card game, board game? I have no idea. It just looks interesting and whatnot. But maybe if I could scan it on, shout out to GameEye, helping me backlog all my stuff, making it easier so I don't accidentally buy Nintendo Powers again, because I guarantee I probably would have bought like 3 of the same Nintendo Powers on this trip. Okay, so this one is called Goemon Monoko's Sugoroku. I don't know, it's like Sugoroku.
Okay.
That's like this weird board game one. Clean box says it's worth 45. Got it for 40. So that's pretty good. And this one here, you can't identify the barcode. Fuck you. You ain't gonna tell me you gotta type it in manually. And so according to this, so this is Goemon's Great Adventure. So this is the one we actually did get over here in North America. Because this is Goemon's Great Adventure, which I believe is the second game. Because I know Mystical Ninja starring Goemon was, if I remember this correctly, I apologize if I don't. But I believe that's how it goes. Mystical Ninja starring Goemon. Goemon's Great Adventure. I'm assuming this is like just a weird spin-off thing that was only released in Japan. Anyways, we're gonna go on to jump up like 2 generations ahead with Xbox 360 stuff. I got this Perfect Dark Zero. It was like $5. It's definitely seen better days, but you know what? All it is just missing like the manual and whatnot, and the disc looks pretty clean. So really, I just gotta find like the manual and like the little insert slip.
If they have a normal case version and a steelbook version, I think that right there is like a weird hybrid. That sleeve is supposed to be for the steelbook version.
Yeah, maybe they just kind of like weirdly Frankenstein together. But it's $5, so it's like,
Right.
Really, who cares? And then, so I've been looking for this certain trilogy here. Well, Dead Space 2. I've been looking for the trilogy for especially the Xbox 360 versions, because that's what I've been streaming on. Except for 3, because 3 was actually able to run on Steam, unlike 1 and 2, which is like Windows compatibility mode. Let's go back to Windows 7 and do this other garbage and fuck my computer up and just completely ruin the resolution and ran like shit. So I had to download Game Pass and basically play 1 and 2. So now that's the only reason I'm buying these for Xbox, because I want the way I streamed them the first time. I found it for a good price. It came with like disc 1 and 2, which I'm assuming what Marino probably is theorizing is like it's that weird thing where some games have to have the installation disc and then you gotta play on the next disc.
Yeah.
Because I played through 2, granted it was the Game Pass version, so maybe it was patched out, but I didn't have anything to stop and be like, oh, you need to insert disc 2 for now. For Xbox, I picked up WrestleMania 21, Become a Legend. It's $5. You know, it's the generic case, not the original case. No manual, but you know what? $5. The game works. I'm assuming it does. It looks like it does. You know, it's pretty clean. It's got like the weird like kind of like scuff stuff in the middle, but I'm sure it'll be fine. Oh yeah, another Japan weird region game. Got Hey You Pikachu. Got the big box thing here. Comes with the little microphone thing here that plugs into the console, the little microphone wire and headset thing. It does come with this little foam pad. It's fucking disintegrated and dusty and just completely fell apart. Which yeah, I'm honestly at to like, what is it like almost 20, like a little over 20 years at this point, like maybe 25.
Just get a little yellow microphone foam ball. You're good.
I mean, realistically, I could just like buy like a headset thing and just plug it in there and just have like a better microphone.
Oh yeah.
That's either here nor there. It's $30. It comes with everything in there. It's also, I got this at G's table. I got Lollipop Chainsaw. I know the remaster just came out like, I think it was like 2 months ago or something. It was very recently. It just came out. I've always was interested in trying it. But yeah, you could just be like, oh, you could just buy the remake. So yeah, I wasn't sure like how the remake was received, so I was like, you know, I should probably buy this because it's probably gonna go down in price now the remake came out, or I might just completely make it skyrocket because the remake is bad, like Marino said. But then again, I don't think he's played it. We don't play it. We're just here for like reviews and whatnot. But just on the off chance, I do have this now, so if anything goes bad, I can just have the original play. No. So now we're pretty much gotten down to like the wire, because the rest of most of the stuff now is like Nintendo Powers. However, I did pick up, technically it's an A game that I've been looking for like last like 7 or so Retropaloozas. It's the Messenger for Nintendo Switch. Physically, I've been looking for both of these. I was able to find not only one, but 2 of them. Got the regular edition one and the like so-called special limited edition. They're both limited run. They're both sealed, so that's why they're kind of high price. I was pretty much got this for $250. The Greg from Game Bros was able to knock off $50 because I bought this. It's like, hey, I'll knock off $50 if you buy this one. I'm like, okay.
I thought you said it was 100 you knocked off.
No, it was only 50. It was 150 for this and 250 for this, which both of them brand new. That's pretty much how they go for it, because like they saw like we were stopped at like whatever the game was, Tune In or Tune Out, whatever the hell it was called.
Yeah.
They had like one of these there. This like seal. This one I'm pretty sure it was like 240. They had over there. Because I first played this on Steam, like it was one of those random spur of the moments. Like, oh, let's try this game. It looks good. I ended up getting all the achievements for it, and all with like a solid 24 hours, which is why I don't want to touch the Steam version anymore. I want to play the Switch version, but I have the digitally on Switch. Don't have these physically, but now I do, and they're both sealed, so I don't have to open them ever. It's funny. Greg told me like it's either the second day or something. Yeah, I don't remember. He stopped by and told me. I was like, oh, thank you for the messengers. We're really looking for those. Like, yeah, some guy was here like 30 minutes after you. He was really pissed off because he was looking at those, saying he'd be back and pick them up, and they were both gone. So whoever that mysterious person was, whether they were there like, 20 minutes before me or maybe an hour before me, you should buy them because that's gonna happen.
Don't hesitate.
Don't hesitate. Oh yeah, I also forgot. There's also this weird knock thingy. Like I said, I've been getting weird Spyro stuff, so I bought this car stuff. I only saw the Spyro, this one here, and I grabbed it. And I was like, wait, there's more? And like, oh, there's Crash Bandicoot one. It's like all sealed 2 for 2. So it was $20. I got a little bit knocked off because of buying this at Rich's table, because I bundled a bunch of stuff together, which you're about to see. I have unhealthy obsessions, and I make poor financial decisions. Kind of like with my Nintendo Powers here. As Jordan pointed out, issue 146. I bought 2 of them on accident because I was like, pretty Mario Party 2 sticker, that's cool. But I didn't realize that we were like throwing things down. And I also have 133 here. Green Army Men. Yeah, Army Men, Air Combat. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2 there. Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1, I'm assuming, because this is issue 131 from 2000. Tony Hawk on it, so I'm assuming so. We have Turok 2, Seeds of Evil, 1998. There's issue 113 there. Issue 108, Ken Griffey Jr. Baseball, or Major League Baseball featuring Ken Griffey Jr. Okay. It's N64. It's pretty cool. Issue 106, 1080 Snowboarding, another Nintendo 64 area. Issue 94, Turok the Dinosaur Hunter. This one, another N64 one. This is issue Goose 92. I think this is the oldest one I bought for this the convention, issue number 20 from 1991, advertising Mega Man 3.
Wow, that is pretty old.
It's pretty old, so that's cool and all. So you think that'd be it? And that was pretty much, this was day one of the Nintendo Powers that I bought. And I'm walking with Marino. We're just doing whatever. And then I just see Rich. He's just like, I'm like, oh no, what'd you do? He's like, I found more. I found it in this toad. I found this box I didn't even know I had here. So I was like, all right, fine. He's like, $10. $10 for every single one of them. I'm like, okay, let me take a look. Well, this one wasn't $10. We'll get to that one in a second.
We'll talk about that one later.
So issue 23. So this one's just barely a couple issues older than the Mega Man 3 one.
Did you and I both pick up the same one? I think
Yeah.
I picked that one up as well.
Yeah, you picked it up after me.
Interesting.
The Power Blade, I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Issue 24, the one after that, immediately, Vice Project Doom. Ken Griffith Jr.'s Winning Home Run, issue number 84.
Out in the woodies.
Yeah, so I believe this is probably early N64, late Super Nintendo. Yeah, it says N64 there, so late N64. I can definitely tell from May of the time of the year. Okay, cool, Nintendo. Here we got Doom 64, issue 96 of May. So yeah, Nintendo 64 era stuff again here. Issue 118, Trouble Tonic. That's another N64 one there. Issue 122, World Driver Championship, Leader of the Packs from the N64. Excite Bike 64, issue 132. There's that one. This one didn't come with a sleeve. It's a little bit beat up. Issue 140. 145, Super Mario Advance. It's also Rayman on the back, so
yeah.
If I want to, it's probably be like one if I need like replacement one, if I find this for like a very good quality for not too much of a price, I might like change it out. And then last but not least, issue 181 with Legend of Zelda 4 Swords. On to that. And it's just all that stuff's done. And then last but not least, probably the most infamous one, which is technically now is the oldest one I'm looking at. This is the Super Mario Bros. 3. It's a strategy guide, but it's technically a Nintendo Power issue. It's 2 issues after Mario 3 was on the cover. So of course they're gonna make a strategy guide for like one of the best selling Mario games. I don't know if it's the best one for the NES, because I think the first one might have it beat. But it's definitely like a top 10 selling game for the NES. It's probably the best, one of the best games on the system, people keep saying.
Definitely.
And with this here, all my Nintendo Powers, this puts me over halfway point of all 285. And I know it's 285 because that's the last one I bought, because I bought that from Rich like years ago.
Yeah. Very, very nice.
So that puts me at 151 if anybody's curious about it. So I was just barely at the halfway mark when I started. Now I'm over halfway, which is very good with that. And then we went to the game store, Found Out. I believe is what it's called.
Found It Video Games.
Found It Video Games, that's what it was called. I am bad with names. I could have sworn I had it over here, but maybe not. Oh, that found them. So anyways, before I go to those last 2 games, I bought this little plushie here. I was like, that's neat. So I ended up buying that because I was like, yeah, the other baby characters, but we have this unofficial baby one that has never been in the game yet. I don't think he ever will be, but just maybe. And then the last actual pickups, because we went to a few game stores, this was Found It Electronics and Video Games. Give them a proper name. They're both Switch games. They're both limited run I bought. They were pretty much games from the older past. So I got Plumbers That Own Wear Tie Definitive Edition from Limited Run. I didn't get the Switch version. I got a different version, which is before I found out what they did, and so it made me like, oh great, now I got this thing that's not very fond of, but then I ramified it with the Switch version here. Is it a good game? Absolutely not. Do I really care? It's just fun to mess around and have a bad time with. This other one though, I've been really wanting, because I think this is during the time where I didn't have a Switch, but it was like slightly before, so I wasn't really sure what I was going to get, so I had the PS4 version. That's a weird special edition. But now I finally have Night Trap for the Nintendo Switch. What I've been really wanting to get for a very long time. Is the game good? Not really, no. You just pretty much play like a security guard watching over different hidden cameras throughout this house and trying to trap people, like all the bad guys from getting in. That's
So,
not
like Boomer Five Nights at Freddy's.
kind of with full motion video. It's like over an hour to have full motion videos. That's not the reason I wanted it. I wanted it because of like a history on the legacy that this game essentially has with it, because this is where during that weird time where they didn't really have an ESRB rating, where some Sega Genesis games are like MA13.
Yeah.
This was like a big contributing factor that had Mortal Kombat. But this one here, and they were like, oh, need to go to court and figure out the ESRB rating, so this was one of the reasons why. I don't remember who said it at the time. It was somebody on Nintendo. I don't know if it's like a lawyer or something, but they specifically said, you will never see Night Trap on a Nintendo console ever. And then fast forward like 25 or so years later, and here it is on Nintendo Switch. And I believe that's everything. I don't remember if I have anything else. I'm fairly certain that's pretty much everything else, because
I don't see anything else over there.
yeah, that's pretty much all my stuff. Comes a little booklet for them too.
Wow.
Yeah, thankfully I only paid like after like taxes, like $52 each for these. Which some limited run games they like skyrocket very badly.
Yeah, definitely.
So I'm very happy that I found those for those prices there. So yeah, that's everything. That's
well, holy shit, Patrick! You know what you just did?
record time.
Yeah, and you weren't even speeding.
No,
You literally did this in under an hour. This is 54 minutes. Like it just hit 54 minutes.
I think it's because a lot of it's like stuff. He was like, oh, I got this thing. This thing's cool, because I can't remember.
You PowerPointed and didn't let yourself get too distracted.
Yeah, because a lot of this.
Either way, like that was.
Yeah, because a lot of this stuff is like Lollipop Chainsaw. Oh, remake I heard. I don't know anything about. That's been to get the regional.
This is going to be so much better to edit than the last one that was an hour and 40 minutes long.
Yeah, it also helped that I didn't like get stuck on like Nintendo Power stuff.
Yeah, and you were able to explain it pretty well.
The only
You were
thing
there.
that like only stuck on because like one of the Goemons, because I was like, I know this one has to be one of the games we got here. This one isn't.
That literally took you 3 minutes.
Yeah, thanks
At
to
most.
the Game Eye.
Well, let's give a last cursory glance over everything here then.
You can at least try to, because some of the stuff's like off to the side here. I guess for this, probably like change it, like turn around so you can at least see the upside down spines. Yeah. So yeah, very a lot of stuff. Maybe one day, like maybe one day, after so many seasons, I'll have somebody go over and be like, pinpoint how much is like the most like many items. You fat bitch.
One day,
Yeah, maybe one day that would be a good price thing there too, is have them come. I have so many fucking figures. Fuck. Well, yeah, that's wraps all that stuff up.
Happy fuckins.
Yes.
Bye, YouTube.
Bye.